It's been numerous weeks because the case of Shankwell or Robinson has been at the leading edge of the media. And whilst maximum human beings could say they have visible clearly the entirety approximately the case, new updates simply hold hitting us. And now it has occurred again. But this time, the replace essentially gives us with a timeline of the businesswoman's existence earlier than catastrophe struck. Not simply that, however, it additionally offers an inkling at which of the Cabo Six may have had a hand or maybe been accountable for her closing loss of life altogether. And let's simply say no, not anything may want to put together to you for the fact that those new updates have come with. Interested in understanding those giant new info? Then stick around with me in this until the stop of the video. As of multiple weeks lower back, the Shanquella Robinson case changed into taken into consideration an unlucky accident. And whilst many human beings nonetheless preserve that notion, current revelations have proven a sample that suggests her buddies may have had a hand in her dying. And with inside the spirit of new revelations, multiple information have now popped out approximately her existence. As you simply saw, that changed into Shanquella putting round a number of her buddies. And despite the fact that all of them appear unsatisfied, it appears they may not were too satisfied that she changed into doing lots higher than maximum of the human beings round her. But even except all of that, the video indicates the businesswoman in a brand new mild, a mile that everybody can surely see simply how satisfied she is. However, this isn't always even near the most effective new video of her from the beyond that has popped out. I mean, simply have a take a observe how harmless she looks. It simply appears heartbreaking that a person who changed into most effective centered on her enterprise, and being satisfied, might have been attacked in any such brutal way. It's greater painful due to the fact she wasn't simply hyped like that once she changed into on her very own. She changed into additionally, simply as excited while she changed into with different human beings. Case in factor being her pleasant pal, one of the six. Here, you can see simply how excited she changed into even round her pal. However, the idea it really has been flying over social media, sponsored via way of means of a number of the shady info of the occasions that led as much as her loss of life, have found out that her buddies could have been greater than actively concerned with inside the unlucky occasion that caused her dying. In truth, this idea has emerged as increasingly conceivable via way of means of the day, especially thinking about that her very own sister showed that she had the precise identical opinion. Specifically, Shanquella Robinson's sister, Tequila Long, stated buddies lied to her own circle of relatives approximately the info surrounding the 12 months in Teek's dying from the very beginning. As formerly reported, Shanquella surpassed away closing month whilst on a ride to Los Cabos, Mexico, with a set of human beings she believed to be her buddies. A day after arriving withinside the famous visitor town, she changed into determined subconscious of their apartment property. She died quickly after. Long showed with information retailers in a November 30 interview that her sister's buddies, particularly her boyfriend, had spoken to her and her mom, Salamander Robinson. In her words, I changed into believing the dude that she went at the ride with due to the fact that changed into her pleasant pal. I failed to assume that he could be malicious approximately anything. I failed to assume that he could inform us a lie. I depended on him. That changed into lawn. Regarding the foul play that changed into made via way of means of Shanquell's alleged pleasant pal. This, in turn, led human beings to dig up info from the businesswoman's beyond, one and all, which is that this video that appears to function her real buddies, instead of the Cabo Six, who've most effective raised greater questions than offer answers, considering that everything were given out withinside the media. This is one of the many motives her sister Long has been quite vocal on wherein matters nonetheless stand with the research. More particularly, amid conflicting reviews approximately the country of the research into the dying of Shanquella Robinson, her sister took the time currently to set the document instantly whilst additionally addressing what her concept of justice seems like for her sibling's mysterious dying in Mexico. Will Ilong spoke out in no and sure phrases days earlier than a rally changed into scheduled in Robinson's, North Carolina place of birth to call for justice for her 12 months antique sister's October dying withinside the motel town of San Jose del Cabo, for which neighborhood government have reportedly issued an arrest warrant, but Long contradicted enormous claims, sometime lower back on social media, that everybody changed into arrested. According to reviews from neighborhood media in Charlotte, yellow arrests were made, Long instructed journalists currently. Long counseled she were cautioned towards divulging too many info into the research, however insisted they are running on it. As always, because the penalty is going for her sister's dying, Long changed into clear. Everybody being arrested and doing time in Mexico, everybody being extradited over there and doing their time there. That could be simply as for us as of now. I mean, it would not definitely take a genius to in shape discern out why she's so indignant approximately this. Because accept the truth that she misplaced her sister, she and the complete circle of relatives experience, betrayed via way of means of Shanquella's buddies. And rightly so, due to the fact among the current updates which have been developing have established that there could have been a few horrific blood towards her from her buddies. You see, aside from the truth that Shanquella made freshman princess in her early days in school, the businesswoman changed into additionally homecoming queen, elegance president, and nonetheless controlled to complete on the pinnacle of her elegance. Now, thinking about that her buddies from men are nonetheless the identical human beings as now, it exams out that they may were jealous of ways she constantly made it a factor to live on the pinnacle of the demographic any place she changed into, or even her sister is aware of it. And it appears Long simply may get her extradition want towards her sister's buddies. Speculation has run rampant approximately Robinson's dying, after extensively shared video purportedly confirmed her being brutally overwhelmed via way of means of any other younger lady most effective recognized as one in a set of buddies who traveled from North Carolina to San Jose del Cabo for a vacation. At least human beings filmed the violence, and one male voice may be heard urging Quella to combat lower back. It changed into the unnamed buddies who contacted Robinson's mom to say her daughter died from alcohol poisoning on October 29, in keeping with a Mexican post-mortem file. However, Robinson's purpose of dying changed into extreme spinal wire harm and atlas flexation, which successfully method her vertebrae have been dislocated to deadly proportions. Robinson died while inside 24 hours of arriving to Cabo, Mexican government stated closing month. And for a lot of them, her buddies may quickly face the regulation. Specifically, one consumer wrote Shanquella or Robinson buddies simply casually flew lower back to the US after being a part of a murder. Like y'all severely idea, you will preserve together along with your ordinary existence, and nobody could care approximately her. Some may deliver your supposedly difficult asses out of hiding and face the music. Well, the consumer does have a factor, however, we will await the lot to seal the deal. That's it for this video. Goodbye.